What's going on, YouTube? R to the double E dash to the Z. You know what it is, man. And what it is specifically in this case is me bringing you a little bonus, a little surprise that I did not advertise, that no one on the channel knew anything about. A little playthrough of a game called Metroid Dread. Man, this game is phenomenal. Let me just say that right off the top. This first playthrough we're gonna do is basically I'm gonna play up until I kill the first Emmy. You'll see as we go playing through. There's an Emmy robot that you kill when you first get on there. That's not the one I'm talking about. The first real one you have to hunt down and actually conquer. Once we do that, that'll be the end of the playthrough for part one. So we're just gonna get into it, man. Here's the intro. I'm gonna just let it play out and just give you a little background on this game, man. This game is literally the first Metroid game that actually carries the Metroid story forward. Coming off the heels of, I believe it was Fusion on the Game Boy Advance, if I'm not mistaken. And I think Hunters as well, but Fusion for sure. And it deals with the story of the X-Parasite and its supposed return in this game. Basically calls Samus into action because up until this point, everyone was under the impression that the X-Parasite had gone extinct. So its appearance in some distress footage that was sent to the Federation gets everybody's antennas up. And since she's the only one, because of her DNA, that is immune to the effects of the X-Parasite, she's the one that takes it upon herself to go and investigate. So yeah, man, I mean, it's a 2D Metroid, back to the old school 2D Metroidvania roots of the franchise. And like I said, man, even though the Metroid Prime series is amazing, the Metroid Prime series happens in between, like, the story, the actual Metroid story. It's not the Metroid Prime storyline is not a furthering of the story. It's kind of like in between timeline, kind of like, Star Wars: Shadows of the Empire and the N64 takes place between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, but it doesn't actually further the story. Unlike episodes 7, 8, and 9, even though they're Disney and they're trash, those actually move the story forward. This is the first Metroid game, and I think it was 19 to 20 years to actually progress the story forward in a whole new direction. Kind of like what Star Fox Assault on the GameCube did for Star Fox. It was the first Star Fox we had ever seen and ever experienced that actually took the story forward and wasn't just rehashing the same old story, or wasn't doing some kind of mid-story installment. This is actually brand new territory we're going to. And it was awesome when they first revealed this game because it was out of nowhere. I mean, there were some leaks and there were some rumors, but there was no aside from the leaks, there was no real warning. And it just came out of left field, man. And the first thing you saw in the trailer when they revealed it in that Nintendo Direct, or that E3, I think it was the words Metroid 5. Because this would literally be the 5th mainline installment. So yeah, man, I mean, it's epic. It's very haunting, very isolating. It captures the feel of the old school Metro games, like the original Metroid on NES, Super Metroid on the SNES. Captures those faithfully. Very Alien-like vibe, like Alien the movie, where you're just isolated in space alone and you're dealing with this threat. Here you see a layout of in a diagram of the Emmy robots. These are one of your primary antagonists in the game. They were initially sent, the 6 or 7 of them, however many there were, they were initially sent to the planet where this X-Parasite was sighted to investigate. And then as soon as they got there, all contact was lost. So now when Samus gets there, she's surprised to find that the Emmys are hunting her. And the Emmys are basically indestructible, relentless, unstoppable hunting and killing machines. So once she sees that they're after her, it's basically a game of, like, just survive if they let you. So it's very, very tense, very panic-inducing. Everything from the visual style to the music that plays when you're in an Emmy zone and they come after you, which you'll see now in the playthrough, is just intense, man. And then again, in traditional Metroid fashion, man, we go back to the 2D roots, very old school-like in the sense that at the beginning of the game, through a certain event that you're about to witness. Of course, inevitably, she loses all her abilities, as is the case in pretty much every Metroid game. And so you start the adventure there, trying to regain your abilities, trying to see what's going on in this research facility, trying to see what the hell happened with these Emmy robots, why a distress signal was sent, what's up with this X-Parasite reemergence all of a sudden. And the adventure begins there, man, and it doesn't let up until the very end, until the conclusion. And I've played it through its entire conclusion. I've beaten it both on normal and on hard mode. The ending is just phenomenal, man. But I will not give that away. So here we are. This is how the game starts. You know, you get down to the planet, and the very next thing you know, you're unconscious, and you have no idea why or what happened. So as you regain your consciousness, start looking around, and your surroundings start triggering memories of what happened.
That elevator leads to the depths of an underground facility.
So you see, like, real flashback-like sequences of her remembering, Samus remembering arriving on the planet ZDR, getting off, going, into, setting foot on the planet, and now realizing, what the heck happened. So here you'll notice she arrives, she's in her full power suit, and then there's this very mysterious character there. So, she's the, Samus type of lady to, shoot first, ask questions later, man. She ain't messing around. Just a badass character design in this game, man. Of course, Samus and her various iterations of her suit are badass enough, but then look at this character. He seems to be impervious to her attacks and all her weapons. Boom. Counter move. Missile shot to the grill. He didn't like that much. And boom, now he just snatches her. So now, back in the present, she's without her power suit, and now she understands what happened. She got attacked by this mysterious being. He basically kicked the snot out of her, and when she wakes up, she's missing all her armor, her power suit, all her abilities. And now the actual adventure begins and lets the player take control. So now you begin your exploration of the area. First off, just notice the beautiful art style and the beautiful backgrounds, how well lit they are, how atmospheric they are. Man, this is one of those games, man, that, like, again, you've heard me talk about it in previous videos, and every time I mention this game or games of this ilk, you had that certain demographic of gamers that adopted the attitude that, it's nice and it's good to have a 2D Metroid, but how can Nintendo dare charge a full $60 for this? It's a 2D game. 2D games aren't worth $60. Nothing could be further from the truth. I could tell you as a 3D modeler, 3D animator, and just an aspiring developer myself, having worked on assets like this, like these character models, having worked within engines like Unreal, it's the same workflow. You're putting in the same amount of man hours, the same amount of time, same amount of money and effort into creating these assets. This world right here, it's not just a 2D, hand-drawn animated world. These are actual 3D worlds. These are actual three-dimensional assets. The only difference is you lock the camera to a side-scrolling 2D perspective. But that does not mean that that's just a hand-drawn background that you're looking at. That's actual depth. That's an actual 3D world. So of course it's worth $60, man. It's the same amount of work. It's the same amount of effort. It's just a different style of game.
Uploading data.
So you've accessed a network station. Well done, Samus.
So here, Adam, the computer begins to tell her, her central computer begins to tell her all the things that it's collected, all the data it's collected so far about the current situation. Yes, Adam is, for those of you who know Metroid lore and story, he's the same one that if you played Metroid Other M on the Wii, that really went into Samus' backstory. It was an actual living being, one of her commanding officers in the Federation that she had a special relationship with. Later in the series, through certain events, he becomes the actual central computer. Like his essence is basically caught up in the computer. He's no longer a human. I don't know. I don't remember exactly if it was that he passed away and his consciousness was just uploaded into the computer or what. But that is the situation right now, and he basically just lays out everything. He tells you, "Hey, look, this is the deal. This is where you're at. This is how you get around in this facility through shuttles, elevators, things of that nature." He's the one that's going to brief you on the Emmys and their relentless pursuit of you, and the fact that he's always very bleak, which I love. It's like, oh, I estimate a 99% probability of death if you're captured. You really don't have the weapons to deal with this, so your only priority should be to survive. It's really cool, man.
One final thing.
So here's just briefing you, getting you ready, so that you get your bearings and get a little bit more understanding of what's happening in this crazy 2D adventure, man. And again, the game does encourage every time you get the chance to come across a save spot to be able to save your game, because in true Metroidvania style, you'll be traversing large areas, going back and forth and retraversing these areas with new abilities and ability to access new parts of the area that you weren't before. And you don't want to lose all that progress and have to backtrack all of it, so save as often as possible. Here the game shows you one of its main melee moves, the counter. Big enemies or enemies of any nature, really, when they're about to attack you, like physically melee attack you, you can there'll be a split second where they blink or they flash, and when that happens, if you press the X button, you'll perform a counter which will literally block their attack and then take them out in a single shot. And as you'll see through this playthrough and the other parts of the playthrough of if this video gets views and you guys enjoy the content and you support it, there'll be of course more parts as we go through the game, and you'll see in this one and as well as in future iterations how much back and forth there is, how much back and forth travel there is. At points you'll see me going back and forth, and it's not that I don't know what I'm doing or I'm not versed in Metroidvania type games. Is that's exactly what it is. It's a Metroidvania, so you're gonna see a lot of back and forth. You're gonna see some times where I'm trying to remember exactly what direction to go in, or I might see a particular path, but have to come to the realization that, wait, hold on, I don't have the power up that will allow me to exploit that path yet, so I can't go this way. I gotta go back the other way. So you'll see a lot of that. It's basically a lot of trial and error, but the game is so action-packed and has so much packed within its plot and within the pacing of the game that you're never really bored. There's never really a dull moment. Even in your exploration and searching around and hunting for the right path, you'll come across enemies like this one. You'll come across other enemies. You'll discover some of your abilities that have been hidden in this research facility, like morph ball and things of that nature, screw attack. So here you get captured and it shows you can counter an Emmy, but it's virtually impossible. Like the window to counter an Emmy once it has it in its grasp is so small, and it's always random. It's never the same timing. It's different timing every single time. So it's like in an entire playthrough from beginning to end, you may counter an Emmy. You may counter an Emmy's attack, bro, less than 5 times. On one hand, you can count the amount of times you'll be able to pull that off. I mean, if you're a psychopath and you have mutant abilities and you can slow down time with your vision and see it exactly, then yeah, more power to you. But for me, and I played the hell out of this game, I can only do it a couple of times a playthrough. More often than not, they grab you, it's over. So here she acquires the Omega Beam, Omega power from that central unit that's been destroyed, and that is the only form of energy or only form of weaponry in the entire facility that can handle or that can take out an Emmy. So now that we have it, we're able to take out this first Emmy. Now this isn't the Emmy I was talking about. I'm not playing until we kill this one and that's it. I'm playing until we kill the next one, which is the first one that you really have to go around the facility. Oh man, he caught me right coming through the door. I didn't even see him coming. But yeah, it's the first one that you actually have to hunt down, encounter, have him chase you around until you finally find the Omega Beam again. So here we have the Omega Beam for this first Emmy, and this is basically the tutorial Emmy. That's why he wasn't able to climb up and reach you where you were at on that ledge, because the hand was broken, so he wasn't able to climb. All the other ones are perfectly intact. They're unstoppable. Your weapons don't phase them, so they'll be chasing you, climbing after you. They'll go on water after you. They'll go on the roof. They'll go everywhere. You gotta really be on your toes, running your ass off if you're gonna get away from them. So there, we took him out, and now we're just gonna continue to explore the facility and see if we can make our goal. Like our goal, the primary goal of the game is to get to the surface again, to get back to your ship. Obviously, you know that's easier said than done. There's gonna be millions and millions of obstacles in your path. So here we're just trying to, you know, travel the path, see if this is the correct path, see if we get, you know, anywhere near closer to getting back to the ship. And in the process, you know, finding that Emmy, being able to take it on, see if there's any of our abilities that we can regain. Because, you know, in true Metroidvania fashion, every ability you gain, you're gonna want to go. Here's a save spot, so of course we're gonna save. Every ability you gain, you're gonna want to go back and traverse through the areas you've been through, because chances are, 99.9% chance, is that there's another path or paths in the areas you have been through that you couldn't access. You didn't have the right weaponry, or you didn't have the right ability to be able to take that path, and now you can, and it's gonna open up the game even more and lead you further and further into your objective. So here I am, I'm just, you know, exploring, you know, blowing up everything I can. See, here we shifted the water level. So now that water's down, now we can actually jump high enough to get here. And this door that we're gonna go through is an Emmy zone. Once we enter this, we are in an Emmy zone. Literally an Emmy's patrol region, his patrol vicinity. In this, the picture quality gets very grainy, very bleak, very dark. The music is very atmospheric. You can hear the Emmys beeping and chirping, and the louder it gets, the closer they are. And if they're anywhere within range of you, you move and they pick up on the vibration, and then they come to investigate. And when they come to investigate, if you fall into their line of sight and they see you, they begin to pursue. And once they start pursuing, the doors, the exits to the Emmy zone lock. You have to basically avoid them and evade them until you get out of their line of sight for long enough and they disengage. Then the exits are open. So it locks you in there, man. It's intense as hell. So here's a cinematic. We get to see the first encounter with, you know, a true Emmy. One that's, you know, put together, not damaged. And now you'll see her weapons don't work. She's gonna haul ass and run, and it's gonna come right after. And now it goes from cinematic to in-game, boom, seamlessly. And now it's you. You gotta go, because that Emmy's about to come through. So there you see it. It's coming after me. It's trying to go around the other side. Now it's gonna come over the sledge. You gotta hurry up and you gotta haul ass. See that that's an Emmy door right there. You see how it's sealed? It's because it's in pursuit mode. So they're sealed. I'm locked in. I'm in trouble now. So if he comes in here, I'm scarred. Oh, it opened up. Now we can get out. So yeah, man, it gets intense, and that's nothing. That's just the tip of the iceberg. You'll see how intense these chases get, how crazy their relentless pursuit of Samus is. And as you go further and further into the game, you'll notice that there are Emmys with certain different abilities. There's some that once they feel that vibration in the air from you moving, they're able to stun you and freeze you momentarily, no matter where you are. And then they come, you know, towards you. It's crazy. There's others that have other abilities, other ways of getting at you. So here's another, you know, central unit where you can plug in and get some more information from the central computer from Adam, and also, you know, update your map and things of that nature.
Both Emmy you encountered were clearly trying to capture you. They may have been hacked. If Emmy send out a pulse to detect vibrations.
See, he's basically explaining to Samus and to the player right now what I just explained to you guys. That every time, you know, you're in an Emmy zone, if the Emmy's anywhere near you, and you just move, you don't. It doesn't even have to see you. You just move. It's like a shark. It picks up on the vibration. And once it picks up on the vibration, it's gonna come into towards the direction of that vibration. And if it happens to catch sight of you, if you fall into its line of sight, boom, it goes on to pursuit mode, and then you gotta run. You gotta run your ass off.
And it will disengage. This will also unseal the exits. An Emmy never leaves its assigned zone. Their control system must permit them to operate.
Can't tell you, man, how great, not only how great the game is and the gameplay and all that, but how apropos the name Dread is for this game, bro. Because that's exactly what you experience the entire time you're playing it, but not like in a bad, negative way where it's like, oh my god, I don't want to play this. In an exciting, frantic, get your adrenaline pumping type of way, man. Anytime you come into an Emmy zone and you hear that beep 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 beep, you know, you hear the Emmys beeping. Oh man, your blood freezes. You're just like, okay, where the hell is it coming from? And then you gotta start paying attention to your map. because you'll see it as a red dot on the map, and it just gives you that feeling of dread. Literally, the game's namesake, because it is that. You are literally like dreading going into those zones. You know you have to confront these robots, these enemies. You have no idea where the hell the next room with a central unit that you can get the Omega power from, or the Omega beam from, is. You gotta go and find it. And to find it, you gotta go through those enemy zones and you gotta deal with the enemies, not having any kind of weapon that can deal with them. So it's crazy, man. Also, you know, just take a moment, man, to just admire the artistic mastery of these developers and these artists at Nintendo, and I believe it's Mercury Steam, if I'm not mistaken, who helped develop this game, who did develop this game. Oh, there's an enemy right there. Look at that. He just jumped right up on my grill. Now, got me. That's it. You know, I think it's Mercury Steam, if I'm not mistaken, but man, amazing artistry, very atmospheric levels. It takes amazing talent, man, and vision to be able to make what are essentially 3D environments, but from a 2D camera angle, to make them look alive, have them still give that feeling of depth and space and range and scope, and have that atmosphere, like all that steam pouring off the floor there, you know, giving it that very, like I said, like, you know, Alien, the movie Alien vibe, you know, very, you know, alone in space, sci-fi type vibe. It's crazy, man. Developers did a great job, and of course the design of Samus herself, bro. It's just awesome, man. Like every game I play in the Metroid series, it seems to me, I could be wrong. Again, you guys got to remember, I'm a big Metroid fan, but modern. Like, I'm not a huge Metroid fanatic from the old school. Like, I have the NES original cartridge. I have Super Metroid on SNES, the actual cartridge, digital, the virtual, like you know, emulation, every way you can think about it. But I wasn't super into those games, so I'm not super into the lore. But it just seems to me like it just seems to me like every Metroid game, her suit has a different design, and it's always badass. Like, I had never seen Samus in this color scheme, so much more white and blue. At least at the beginning, you know. Later on she starts looking more traditional with the orange and the red and all that. But there's so much blue and white to it. It's just sleek looking, man. And the whole vibe of the game, the whole color palette of the game, if you look at it, the enemies, the background environments, at least for here, because there's some very diverse areas in the game. But for the most part, what you're seeing here at the beginning is very gray, very white, black, and those kind of tones. And it just goes perfect with the console that they launched the game with, which was the Switch OLED. I mean, it was perfect. The black and white Joy-Cons, all that. So again, this is the name of the game here is get chased. As you run around inside the enemy zone, and while you're getting chased and running for your freaking life, pay attention to your surroundings and look at doors and stuff like that, so you know, okay, I haven't been through that one yet. Next time I come through here and I'm running away from the enemy, I gotta try to find a way to get Samus to go in this direction and not get killed, and see if I can explore that door and see what, you know, if that leads me in the path that I need to go. You know, all the while you'll be collecting energy tanks and missile tanks and all that to expand how much health you can have, how many energy tanks, expand the capacity of missiles you can carry. And again, of course, you know, in typical Metroid fashion, you know, as you progress through the game, you'll unlock more weapons. You know, you have ice missiles. You have I forgot the exact terminology for it, but it's like a multi-storm missile where it shoots like 4 or 5 missiles at once. You got the charge beam, you got your grapple lasso, you got so many different abilities in that power suit that you go collecting throughout the course of the adventure. So like right here now I'm underwater. I can't do much underwater except walk and jump very low because of the weight of the water holds you down. Later on you'll unlock different suits that'll allow you to run and jump normally in water. They'll allow you to take on freezing temperatures, extremely hot temperatures, all that, man. So again, here we're just gonna save again. We're on our way. I'm trying to decide which way do I go. Do I go back the same way I came, or do I try this way? Let's go check. I don't know. Let's see. All right, let's go the way we came, and get smacked for our trouble. That right up there that you see above me is a teleporter, or you know, like a transporter. it'll teleport you to another part of the map that you haven't been to, but we can't get to it yet because we don't have the morph ball. So we can hang on this ledge, but we can't really get in and roll through and get to the top. So that's, again, when you get the morph ball, you're going to want to come back down through this area so you can access that teleporter. Just a, a perfect example. So let's go the new way that is provided by the save room. There's an extra missile upgrade right there, but can't get to it because of the slope. Can't blast through that wall. Back underwater again. And now we got 2 ways to go. We can go down to this tunnel or the door above us. We'll go through the tunnel. A lot of different enemy variety also in this game. Also brilliantly designed. The enemies as well as your normal main characters. Just everything about the game screams Metroid. So I'm gonna break this and lower the water level. So I can't get in there yet, but when I can, I'll be able to jump up and get up to that platform because now the water level is dropped. Now we're gonna go back. We set that up for later, so when we come back, we don't have to do that. Excuse me, guys, I got some phlegm. So here we're gonna try the door that's above. Brand new room where we can, I believe here we can access the central computer again. Or is this just a map update? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think this is just a map update. Yeah, it updates your map. Now you can see better, more clearly, more of the area that surrounds you. Of course, every part that's penciled in as tunnels and all that is places that you've been. All the other areas that are just squares of different colors are areas you can now get to, and you know where they're at. You just don't know what kind of tunnel system or what kind of corridors are there are in that area. Counter. Boom. Gotta time that just right, man. As soon as you see that flash, you go for there. Now we got to that missile tank that we couldn't get before because of the slope. So you see, everything is interconnected. There's ways to get everywhere. It's just those ways may not be immediately obvious or even immediately accessible, but they will as the game opens up and as you continue exploring. So here we go. We're gonna go right back into the enemy zone, or not. We don't want to deal with that. This is where we've been, so I think we're gonna have to. Let's go. We gotta confront that enemy sometime, man. Let's go. All right. So now, again, I'm in the enemy zone, being hunted. At the same time, oh, there it is. I'm keeping an eye out for new paths. Now this section, I run past the solution like 4 or 5 times before I realize it. That platform I just walked across, we have to raise the water level under it to bring it up to be able to access the new way forward. And the way to do that, I'll point it out now when I see it again. I literally just ran over it. So I'm just having it chase me around. You go back down and watch. Go down, go down. All right, check it. Boom. All right, that platform. Okay, see. Get down. Right here. See that right by that tank? That platform. If you stand right there where it's lit up on the ground, you gotta stand there. It brings the water level up. So I need to get enough separation from this Emmy to be able to stand there for a few seconds and raise that water level. Otherwise, it's never gonna work and we're never gonna be able to access what we have to. So I'll run out of the Emmy zone real quick. Give him some time to forget about me, go back to his normal patrolling. And give me adequate space so that I can get in there. And if he starts to chase me again, I can run him around enough to get enough timing and enough space to be able to stand on that platform for as long as I need to. So I think now we're gonna head back. Or not. getting a look at my map, seeing, you know, the areas that where I can go. So I can better plan my my run. Just make no mistake about it, you'll be running once you get into the enemy zone. As soon as that enemy's on you, it's time to haul ass. Oh, got me. Failed counter attempt. So yeah, man, literally just trying to find out what it is I have to do. Like, I know what it is I have to do as I'm talking to you, but in the game I still haven't realized that that platform is the answer. So I'm trying to find any other way around, see if there's something I'm missing. That's why, again, like I told you, you guys are gonna see a lot of back and forth, a lot of backtracking, just trying to cover my bases and make sure that I didn't forget something or that I didn't completely pass by something. In this case, what I completely passed by was the solution to the problem, but it's in the enemy zone. I haven't realized that yet. So I think now I'm gonna head back and try my luck. Looking at the map again. It's right under me. There it is. So let's see if I get it this time. Chase me. I go all the way down, drop all the way down. There we go, Doctor. We're on the platform we need to raise. And there's the switch. Go stand on the switch. Right there. I just ran right over it again. Still haven't realized. Head back. He's right above me. Go, 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 go. Go. Drop, drop, drop. Drop down. Go across. Stand on it. It's right there. Just stand on it. There it is. Stand on it. There you go. The water comes in. Is it enough? Gotta run, gotta run. Yep, it should be enough. The water keeps coming in. So you see what I'm saying? That switch, now that you think about it, it's kind of obvious. It's lit up. It's got light. Oh, I landed right on top of it. It's got light emanating from the floor, like letting you know, hey, I'm here. But you don't notice that in your frantic attempt to escape. All you're thinking about is this thing is on my ass. I gotta go. I gotta go. So yeah, man. Just brilliant game design, as always, man. Just Nintendo and the team. Mercury Steam as well. Just great, great, great game. So here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Stand on it. Make the water come in because it didn't. Yeah, I thought it was enough before, but it wasn't. Is it enough now? Let's see. Door sealed because he's in pursuit. Now it's open because he's not. Give him a few seconds. And let's go check it. Alright. Where is he at? Look at the map. I don't see him. I don't see him. There he is. There he is. Come on, go, go, go. He picked up on the vibration. Go, go, go. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Drop down. There we go. And now at the water level rise, I can roll down, roll down. I already did it. Go, roll down, man. Yeah, I didn't realize it. Go, just roll down. Slide. Keep going. Keep going. Down. Slide. There it is. Finally, man. Alright, but we're still in an enemy zone, so we gotta run, run. Ah, and there we go. There's the exit. Let's get out of here. Boom. Brand new area. Haven't been here yet. Again, man, the atmosphere and the environments of this game are just beautiful, man. Good friggin' job. That's literally the main thought that kept running through my head in my first playthrough. Well, really every time I play this game, but especially the first playthrough when I first got it on launch day. As I was playing, in my mind just kept echoing the words. Good job, man. As far as the developers are, just supreme work. Look at this one. There we go. Now we're progressing forward. Still haven't found the Omega beam yet to take on this Emmy. Slide under. Oh, there's one of our abilities. And it is the charge beam. So now we have the ability to charge our main cannon beam to deliver a more powerful shot. Some doors, their shields, won't open. Like this one right here up top on the right won't open unless you charge your shot. Before, we would have never been able to open that. Now with the charge shot, we can. This one too. Boom. Now we have access to more areas. See, this is the beginning of the game. This is the area from the beginning. We could never get in that door before. Now we can. Before we weren't able to get into that area either. Oh, there's an energy tank. So now just continue forward, man, exploring these new areas, and again trying to get to the room that contains the energy, the Omega. Apologies if you hear any background noise, man. There's a thunderstorm coming around here, which is not good because that means I can't go and do one of my side hustles, which is DoorDash. I wanted to go make at least some money today, but it is what it is, man. We'll see if it clears up. Still got plenty of time in the day. Boom, boom. And now, another new area. Actually, no, this is not a new area. This is the beginning. Yeah, this is where we first got the first Omega beam, so that's not it. Keep it moving, ever upward. I'm not gonna save this time because. Oh, wait a minute! Oh no, I can't get through. Later on in the game, you get a stronger shot that can actually affect those explodable pink masses on the other side of walls. So that I would have been able to do by that. There, we're back in the enemy zone. Uh-oh. There's a new area in the enemy zone. Oh, that's where we get the Omega beam. We're close. So still in the enemy zone, gotta be careful. We're being hunted, so we gotta move with caution. Oh, there he is. Nice. No, can't do that. The wall sloped. Head out, take a breather real quick. Oh, that door closes before you can get to it. As I said before, later on you'll gain an ability that allows you to trick those doors. No, more missiles. Oh yeah, man, it's about to storm out here. So you see those doors, how there's like radiating orange light from them? That means that there's extreme temperatures of heat beyond those doors. So I know right now from experience of playing the game, I can't go in there. If I go in there, I'm gonna start losing health because I don't have the proper suit. Here's a brand new save room we've never found before, so I'm gonna take this opportunity to save. And I'm thinking, man, we gotta be getting close to that Omega Beam, bro. So I wanna make sure I save my progress. Let's go. Alright, now with this console right here, we're able to reverse the flow, like the magna thermal flow, to basically open those big bronze doors that you saw me running into that wouldn't open. Like this one right here. And that's vital because there's one just like that, if you remember, in the Emmy zone. And that's what's impeding my progress forward to find that Omega Beam. So now that should open. I remember hearing, rather recently actually, some rumors of another 2D Metroid game that's supposedly in development. Dude, bring it, man. Anywhere near as good as this one, bring it. I'm all for it. No, we don't have the right weaponry to open that door. So now,
Uploading data.
I get an update from the central computer from Adam. Tells me they don't know, they have no record of who was the Chozo warrior who attacked me at the beginning of the game.
Strong possibility that you are connected. You have seen the warrior tribe's architecture and
And then obviously this planet must have been some kind of stronghold or home planet of sorts for that Chozo tribe, because their architecture and their artifacts and their art and their designs and all that are all over the place.
To lure you in. The situation remains unclear, but your priority hasn't changed. You must.
And of course, you know, your goal's still the same, man. You gotta get to the surface, get to your ship.
That has restored power to the closed.
Now he's letting you know, yo, you reversed the thermal flow, so these doors should be able to open now. Seek them to proceed. And realize how it's yellow letters, just like the unique energy you employed against the first enemy. Yellow letters. These are like vital clues in the text. You know, it's an old trick in gaming in general. There'll be different color text for certain phrases or certain words that are important. 6 Emmy remaining. You know, killed one, there's 6 of them left. So now we know those doors are the key to our progress forward. Like I said, there's one of those doors in the Emmy zone I've been running through for the last like 20 minutes or so. So we're gonna go back in, fill me up on my health and my weapons, and let's get going. Alright, so if I follow this piping, that lit up piping, it's gonna lead me right to the door. And there's a door right there. But it opened, there we go. Now run, because the enemy's after. think we took a wrong turn. So let's give him a bit to cool off real quick. Oh, he knocked me back into the enemy zone. Alright, whatever. I was going there anyway, but I can't go to the bottom. Gotta go through the top. Let's counter that ass. Get out of here. We'll go up top. Go back in. Oh, got me. I don't know why I ran away from that door. I should have gone towards that door. Drop, drop, drop. There, go through the door. There you go. Go left. Keep following it. Go. If I just follow that lit up fire piping, boom, there it is. Open up. Open it. No, where you going? Oh man, I don't know what I'm doing here, man. Bouncing right into an enemy, that's what I'm doing. Stupid. Oh, tried to counter him, I missed. The door was open, dude. So again, this is just one of those situations where I haven't yet fully realized what I'm supposed to do. I know it now, but here on the fly, I'm just trying to piece it together. I know, wrong door. Go down. There you go. Go, 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 go. Down, down. No! Oh, man. It's torture. Go back. Man, it is storming out here for real, man. This must be some of the outer bands, or some of the effects of that tropical storm or hurricane Idalia or whatever. It's gonna hit us on the Gulf Coast, I think, tonight. My homeboy and one of my really good friends, one of my long-time subscribers, Jason, and his wife Angie live out there, man. So spoke to him earlier today. They had made all their preparations and all that, so. God be with them and with their land and their property. Because man, I'm looking outside and the way this is blowing, man. This is like the distant effects of that storm. Because that storm's not close to Miami or Homestead where I live. But man, like I was even considering taking down my awning from the yard the way that thing's going. But all right now it's too late. Hopefully it survives. And this keeps up, ain't no way I can go up and board that straight. Drop down, drop down, drop down. Go, go, go. There it is, man. Oh, trap door. Drop down all the way. Alright, I gotta be close, man. We have got to be close to this Omega Beam, man. We need that. Wait a minute. There it is. All right. So now, every time we find that unique energy, that Omega energy, we gotta destroy the core. We gotta destroy that central processing unit first. That's gonna, and it's being defended by all these weapons. So I gotta dodge and move around. I gotta break its outer casing, which we just did right now. which can only be done with missiles, and then you can hit it with anything, your regular beam or whatever. Once you kill it and bring it down, you get that the Omega Beam, and then you're able to take on the enemy. But you'll see this time the Omega Beam is a little bit different. It's actually a little bit more powerful. It's not just that single blast shot you saw last time that killed the first enemy. It's literally a rapid fire cannon that you use. Now look, the enemy knows. The enemy's been alerted. So now it's gonna come gunning for you. So now you're gonna see it has like a rapid fire mode that you're gonna use to basically soften the core of the enemy. And once it's softened up enough and it's opened up, then you use that mega one-time blast to take it out. So it's not just a one-step process to kill the enemies going forward. It's a two-step process. You gotta wear down the armor surrounding their face where their core is to weaken it like this. You're gonna see here, this rapid fire that I'm gonna use. Boom, there. It weakens it, heats it up, and then boom, it exposes the core, and then you give it that one blast. We gotta do the same thing to the enemy, which is easier said than done because that thing is moving and coming at you. So you'll see here, I think it's like 2 or 3 different attempts it takes me to kill it, because I forget that it can come from wherever it wants. I swear it's gonna come from there. And it's like at the last second, I look up and realize, holy crap, it's right on top of it. Boom, right there. So here I have a chance to use the rapid fire. Start weakening the core. Ta-da! Get it up, get it up. It's gotta go all the way. I don't have enough time or enough room. He's gonna get it. Boom. So dope. So dope. Alright, so we're gonna second attempt, same deal. I remember how excited Metroid fans were for this game, and how it lived up to every expectation. I haven't heard one Metroid fan that has not enjoyed the snot out of it. So there we heat up the core. Boom, got him. Now he's ready, but I don't have enough time to charge that single shot. Boom, he got him. So what I need to do is do the same thing I just did, heat up that core and expose it, and once he gets stunned momentarily when it gets exposed, you could run and slide under its legs and go out the other way, and then make it chase you so you get enough distance between you and the enemy so you can charge up that final blast. So I believe this is the attempt where I succeed. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna post up right here. I'm watching the map. There's the red dot. Boom, that's him. So I know he's coming from up there. I got ready. And boom, start heating it up. Expose that core. Expose, expose, expose. Now he's gonna get stunned. Whop. Now slide. Slide. Gone. Now make him chase me. See, now I'm gonna create distance between me and him so that I have enough time to charge up that final shot and blow his freaking head off. Right here. Whop! There it is, man. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this, man. This is Metroid Dread. A little bonus surprise video for you guys. A little surprise playthrough, man. Hopefully all the Nintendo fans, the Metroid fans, and just gamers in general will come out, show some support, comment, like, subscribe. Give me some views on this, man. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, man. Part 2 will be coming soon. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. Peace.